Welcome in, everybody. Let's get rolling on Sunday Night Football. Excited about this one. They're showing highlights right now. Mike Beachman, hello. Doug, hello. Good to see you back in here with us. Let me check my sound, make sure I'm good. Looks like I got everything set there. We're good. I mean, how impressive is that? Wow, Brandon Aubrey had a big day. Hello, Debbie Bernfeld. Welcome in. Keep Sunday Funday rolling. We got some good catches today, guys. They're just showing highlights throughout the day here.
Looking like OBJ in the corner of the end zone. Oh, what a catch.
Oh, what a catch. A lot of one-handed catches today. Hello, Stephanie Kramer. Welcome in.
Yeah, that's a catch. What kind of catch is it? Oh, what a catch. Oh, how about Alec Iobun?
Good Lord. Look at that guy catching that.
But still, he's been a go-to guy for Cam.
Holding it next to his face.
On the helmet there, like David Tyree. Remember that one? Giants over the Patriots? I wasn't there. Don't look at it. Right. It wasn't on you, though. He's grasping at straws right now. All right, it is time for tonight's picks, brought to you by...
Here we go. Let's look at what they got for tonight's picks. Everybody's on the Vikings. Everybody's on the Vikings tonight.
I couldn't let us be a meme, and it was my hometown team. All right, let's go out to site and see why Rodney and Tony and Jack are all going with the Vikings, guys. Let's move on. That is everything on the home team. What decides this game tonight? Right?
Kelsey Elizabeth, lurking and driving. Please be careful.
Also, the defensive line, they added two new big guys in the middle of that defense. It's going to be hard to beat these guys, Coach.
Yeah, well, we had Raheem Morris on earlier. I was talking to him about heating up the quarterback, but he said that's not the key. Tonight it's going to be stopping the run and putting the quarterback in those long yardage situations, and I think Minnesota's better equipped to do that.
Minnesota 8-1 in this building last year.
Minnesota crushing it home. Oh, Lord, let me go fix that. Son of a nut.
All right, those were tonight's picks brought to you by Verizon. A week 2 test in the NFC. Two franchises hoping they found their QBs, Michael Penix Jr. and J.J. McCarthy. Mike, Chris, and Melissa will have the call after this. We'll see you at halftime.
This has been the Hyundai Sunday Night Kickoff.
There we go. Got it all fixed up.
Spanish language audio provided.
That won't happen again.
Or watch tonight's game in Spanish.
Gotta love it.
Universo.
Jeff Condon. Hey, buddy. How are you? Good to see you, my friend.
And access to exclusive coverage.
Big game. Your Patriots, man. They were going at it today. I was impressed watching some of that game.
Season 7. Look at Glam.
A lot of good things to come up there. On the road with a big win. Eric Woodard, welcome in. He says, go Falcons. Welcome in.
Doesn't matter. It also matters off it. That's why we rely on WBAL TV 11.
This is the last commercial break before they come in and get to it. Our screen will change at 8:20 when the game starts.
And the most experienced meteorologists around. Keeping you safe with early warnings to severe weather. However you get your news, trust Baltimore's news leader and your rating station.
Baltimore relies on WBAL.
WBAL TV 11.
TV 11.
TV 11 News at 6.
Developing story.
Where more Marylanders get their news. And now NBC Nightly News with Tom Yamas.
NBC Nightly News has always done the news right down the middle. I work for the American people, asking questions for them. And I want to make sure people know that we are a team. People need to know what's going on in their country and their world.
Welcome into all of the people coming in tonight.
The people you trust every night.
I didn't think this would be a big of a viewed game, but it looks like it's going to get a lot of activity. So.
Followed by NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
Right here on WBAL TV 11.
It's the model year end event.
Stephanie Kramer, member for 25 months. Thank you for your support. There it goes. Matthew McConaughey loves it. Thank you for your support for 25 months. That's amazing. I am grateful to you for that.
Save big on hundreds of in-stock cars, trucks.
Last set of commercials here.
Online now at jbachevrolet.com. JBH Chevrolet, Ritchie Highway, Glenbury. Tonight's matchup is brought to you by Land Stoller Automotive.
Tonight's matchup.
The Sunday Night Anthem.
Here we go.
By Geico.
Let's do it.
With Geico. It's season 20 of Sunday Night Football. Who'd you rather be, man?
All day for Sunday night. Ryan Rowe, what's up? Backer Badger, hello, friend. Nothing left to say. I've been waiting. Ready to run. Waiting all day for Sunday. Touchdown. Let's hope we hear that tonight.
What a gorgeous late summer Sunday morning downtown Minneapolis, and what a scene!
0-1 Atlanta Falcons. 1-0 Minnesota Vikings.
J.J. McCarthy tonight facing fellow first-rounder Michael Penix Jr.
Michael Penix there to play.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark down on the sideline. So last Sunday, Chris, we had the last two MVPs. They gave us a great QB matchup. Tonight, it's next gen.
Next generation players. I love it. Stanley Stocks, welcome in.
J.J. McCarthy, 10th overall pick.
Badger Backer.
Put on a show in the fourth quarter.
Everybody say thank you to Badger Backer. Hitting us up for $20 on Venmo. Thanks for the streams. Thank you for always supporting my channel. Not even like this, but this is amazing. Thank you, but you're always stopping into my shows, and that means a lot. Thank you. Hopefully we'll run into each other again in Disney.
Michigan beat Michael Penix, who was playing in Washington. We saw Penix, one of his three.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will put that to good use.
Let's get this right. Tampa won, but not because of Penix. Penix played well.
He played great. He sure spin it right out there. He was good last week. Those clutch long drives, remember?
Collinsworth in here talking about everything.
Tonight, these two young stars going head to head. The future of the NFL is center stage tonight.
And they can speak, too. We can't wait for this one.
This is going to be fun. Let's do it. Let's do it. I will be there in early February, I think. I'm waiting for the list of everybody coming to the Festival of the Arts. As soon as I know that list and we can dissect it and figure out what I'm doing, where I'm doing, I'll have a plan. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Welcome to more in the all-new Hyundai Palisade.
I don't want to wish away my life, but I'm looking forward to going back down there.
Well, hang on, Parker. What are you doing?
It's the capability to tackle absurd obstacles.
Oh, now what?
Is it being stylish and tucky enough? Or is it about how many lovable pets it holds comfortably?
Oh, who doesn't love dogs?
What about putting safety first?
Okay, that's smart.
What if it's all of that and more?
Well, it's got to be the all-new.
Make sure I'm not missing anybody coming in as we're waiting for this game to kick. Our screen will change in just a little bit.
Two teams led by second-year quarterbacks and electric playmakers. With their young talent and offensive stars ready to cook, these squads are primed to shake up their divisions.
And there's no better way to complement an early season clash like this than with DraftKings, the place to bet on touchdowns this season. New customers bet $5 for $200 in bonus bets instantly, plus over $200 off Sunday NFL ticket by YouTube and YouTube TV. Download the app and use the promo code when you sign up.
Thursday Night Football Prize. It's on. AFC East rivalry ignites as the Miami Dolphins battle the Buffalo Bills in a heated division showdown.
There he goes again. Can you believe this?
To Thursday Night Football. Dolphins, Bills, only on Prime.
Drop whatever you're doing right now. The Wendy's $8 JBC meal deal is here. That's 2 junior bacon cheeseburgers, medium fries, and a medium drink. So you better be on your way. Bacon waits for no one. The #1 deal for the #1 bacon cheeseburger, gotta be Wendy's.
With Chewy Pharmacy, save 20% and make every pet a healthy pet.
Ten, 10.
Help with anything. Please
Everybody just chatting in the chat, hanging tight, waiting for this to start.
For great prices, for life with pets, there's Chewy Pharmacy.
Time for Sunday Night Football. Get watching, get hungry, get game day deals all season on Uber Eats. Order now and time for Kickoff.
Uber Eats. Pete Lamb, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. NBC Sports is ready to rock, and so am I. Our screen will change in just a minute.
National Football League.
National Football League.
Minneapolis on a Sunday night, the end of an unforgettable week for 22-year-old J.J. McCarthy, who spoke a moment ago with Melissa Stark.
JJ, on Monday, a dramatic comeback win in your first NFL start.
Good old Melissa Stark.
You become a dad. And tonight you're playing in front of this crowd for the first time. Can you describe what this week has been like for you?
It's been a blessing to live in the present moment. You know, just soaking it all in.
It's a blessing to live in the present moment. I love that.
Enjoyed this ride fully and can't wait to go out there with my boys tonight.
Your head coach, Kevin O'Connell, told us last week he pointed to you as an example of the poise that the team needed. Where does that calm confidence come from?
I feel like the confidence in my brothers around me, confidence in my coaches, and at the end of the day, just keeping things simple and executing that play at hand.
Tonight, across the field, you know that quarterback well, Michael Penix. You beat him in the national championship game. What's the key to getting the win against him and the Falcons tonight?
Feel like being at home, first home opener, we got to hear the fans. They got to be loud, and we just got to keep applying that pressure offensively, defensively.
This should be a good back and forth game, I hope.
Thank you so much, Melissa.
Good interview.
Kevin O'Connell loved the poise of his quarterback on Monday night. The win in Chicago is year 4 for the reigning coach of the year, the Rams offensive coordinator, where they won Super Bowl 56. At that same time, Raheem Morris was LA's defensive coordinator.
Raheem Morris.
Head coach. Day outside, warm but full inside. Fans really anticipating this home opener. This is
look at that place. It is packed to the brim with people.
Pregame atmosphere here in Minnesota.
The Minnesotans, Minnesotites, many people. They're excited. Jared Allen going to get the horn blowing here. Nice. I love it. What's up, O'Connell? Whole place is into it, man. There you go. Jared Allen kicking them off.
Ready to go here in Minneapolis. They'll honor the new Hall of Famer coming up at halftime. Atlanta won the
Will Richards ready to kick off here.
Kick off for the Vikings. For the Falcons are the man, D. Alford, and the rookie Nathan Carter out of Michigan State. Set to go.
Here's the kick. Touchback.
The Falcons will get it at the 35.
Mystic Parks. What's up, Eric? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
Texas. Drake London, USC. Ray McLeod III, Clemson. Darnell Mooney, Tulane. Kyle Pitts, Florida. Jake Matthews, Texas A&M. Matthew Bergeron, Syracuse.
Atlanta brings the ball up, going to start at the 35. Ray Mazur, our good friend Ray. How you doing, buddy? Andy Chan, hello, friend. Good to see you. Welcome in.
Big physical guy. He was injured in the preseason. He has been a starter in that side.
Shotgun formation. Robinson behind Penix. From the 35. Handoff. Robinson. Oh, he's loose. Robinson, big blowout all the way down to the 40. Big run by Bijan Robinson. Right out of the gate, he's flying around.
This is their play. This outside zone.
Awesome. Relaxing with the kids. Love it.
And Mike, they were terrible running the football a week ago, and it really cost them.
Wow, look at that.
To get Bijan Robinson, one of the absolute best backs in the National Football League, shook off that tackle and hit him with a big
shotgun formation, 1st and 10 at the 40.
Against Tampa last Sunday.
Handoff, Robinson again. He's gone. Tackled at the 22. 2 big runs for Robinson. Wow.
They're showing it.
Wow, wow, wow.
Elijah Wilkinson, a lot of eyeballs on him. He was the one that a lot of people said, all right, you don't have Caleb McGarry, you can't run the football. And basically everybody I talked to from the Falcons this week said, completely on all of us. We were terrible. We made mistakes we've never made. And right off the bat, bang, bang, 2 big runs.
1st down and 10, 1st and 10.
Mooney back in the lineup. He's the motion man. Run
handoff, big run, gain of 5. Running back running all over the place right now. We do have a second channel. That's where we do all of our basketball. Hit up that link right there. Check it out. NBA starting at the end of October.
Super seasons out of Seattle, the University of Washington, losing to McCarthy, as I mentioned, in the championship game. And you saw those week 1 numbers. Everybody's in the Falcons very happy with the way he played last week against Tampa.
Shotgun formation, 2nd and 5. Handoff, short run, stopped right there. 3rd down coming up.
Addition to that defensive front for the Vikings.
Flores, the defensive coordinator. He's
anybody new in here, say hello. We'd love to welcome you in.
That's exactly what it is. But we have seen consistently throughout the career of Bijan Robinson.
Crowd making some noise. They're making it loud, and they're in a tough place to play.
Half a dozen DBs, play clock running down.
Play clock running out. Timeout called by Atlanta. Timeout by Atlanta.
So it's 3rd down against this Minnesota defense.
It is loud in there. Deegan Bobby. Hello, Deegan Bobby. Welcome in. They're going through the defense right now. Crowd making a lot of noise, trying to make it tough to call in the plays.
Cincinnati. Byron Murphy, UW. Theo Jackson, Tennessee. Joshua Metellus, Charles W. Fleming. Isaiah Rogers.
Mr. Aaron, welcome in. William, welcome in.
Brian Flores does because he's missing people at each level. Andrew Van Ginkel, their 8th
3rd down. 4 yards to go at the Minnesota 17. 3rd down and 4, Minnesota 17.
This is his 2nd straight game.
Showing a pressure look early here.
Heavy pressure look. They're coming after him. Changing the play at the line.
3rd and 4. Some support for that pressure in the middle.
Penix asking for time. We got flags. We got a false start. False start. That's going to cost them 5. Five-yard penalty remains 3rd down. It is loud. Mr. Thibodeau, hello. Welcome in.
That was the number one concern of offensive coordinator Zach Robinson, was just execution. Get to the line of scrimmage. If you have to audible, which you're going to have to do tonight because of the very nature of this Vikings defense with Brian Flores, then you've got to get it done.
All right, here comes the pressure. Greg Lira. Hello, Greg. Welcome in.
Start to the drive.
At the 22. Pressure still coming from Minnesota. Drop back a little bit. Still trying to chase it. Penix throws it underneath. Caught. He hits Kyle Pitts, but he's short of the first down. Fourth down and about 1.5 coming. I'm pretty sure Atlanta will kick the field goal.
For the field goal unit just yet. And the Falcons will line up to go for it.
Falcons are going to go for it here on 4th and 2. Wow.
They're blocking tight end. And with the way they started running the football in this game, you're excited about this opportunity.
Henry, welcome in.
The same response out of the big guys here from the Vikings. As you can see, Penix is having trouble getting the play in. Play clock's running down late.
Play clock running down again. He's got to rush. They didn't get it off. They didn't get it off. They're going to get a 5-yard penalty. There's nowhere they can go for it now. Delay a game. They're going to have to kick now.
The noise. And Mike, the hard part is on those 4th down decisions, there's always a bit of hesitation. You got to make the decision on the sideline. You got to run to the far end of the field. And they just didn't execute that as a
Parker Romo coming out as a kicker. Parker Romo, your kicker.
He's inactive tonight. Parker Romo signed this week.
They don't have Koo. So Parker Romo in there to kick. 38 yards. Just makes it. Just gets it in. 3-0 Atlanta. Anybody in here for the first time, please say hello in the chat. We'd love to welcome you in.
Educator, game changer.
We appreciate you coming in.
Money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses U.S. Bank Smartly checking and savings, which does exactly that, helping her track her spending and grow her money.
3-0 game.
Will achieve more than any of us could alone.
11-12 left in the first.
We got this.
That's the power of Jess, and this is the power of us.
With NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, Jason Kelsey can watch every game every Sunday, all in one place. But how much NFL in one place can he handle? Yes!
We can handle all the NFL you got, that's for sure.
What have we done? NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, every game.
Miss Thibodeau, hello. Welcome in. Great to see you.
SUV extraordinary. Well, hang on, Parker. What are you doing?
Is it the capability to tackle absurd obstacles?
Stairs? How practical.
Okay, what if I throw a little mud around?
Yeah, that's a classic. Oh, now what?
Is it being stylish and tacky enough?
Hey, aren't you?
Some of these commercials are a pain in the butt.
Does it need to be roomy enough for the family? I have no idea who these people are.
Just pretend.
Or is it about how many lovable pets it holds comfortably?
Oh, who doesn't love dogs?
What about putting safety first?
Oh,
Okay, that's smart.
I still don't know who these people are.
Anything else, Parker?
Is it the hybrid engine that goes for miles and miles? What if it's all of that and more?
Well, it's got to be the all.
all right. Let's get done this commercial. Get back to football. Let's go. Finally.
Sunday Night Football is brought to you by Hyundai. Welcome to more in the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. By Best Buy. Imagine that. By Subway's Meal of the Day for only $6.99. The quarterback through the years, not as many years to go through. These two quarterbacks, year 2 in the league.
William, welcome in.
Injury all of last year.
Here comes McCarthy's first opportunity.
His first home start here tonight. Well, we mentioned Younghoe Koo is inactive for this game. Bradley.
Boom, there's your kick.
Is going to be kicking off for the Falcons. And Miles.
That's a 10, 15, 20, 25, out to the 27. Minnesota will start there.
J.J. McCarthy, Michigan. Aaron Jones, Sr., El Paso, Texas.
Justin Jefferson, LSU.
Jalen Naylor, Michigan State. Adam Thielen, Minnesota State, Mankato. T.J. Hawkinson.
Hawkinson.
Donovan Jackson, the Ohio State University. Ryan
Let's see if he gets time to throw tonight.
Ryan O'Neal.
So the other tackle.
Shotgun formation, single back set for McCarthy.
Just in school, but Darius on his way back from the torn ACL and MCL last October.
Wide receiver in motion. Looking to throw. Gets it out quick. Catch, gain of about 2 or 3. Trying to get him out quick.
So McCarthy, 2 picks after Penix, 10th overall. That's number 5 of the 6 quarterbacks taken in the first round. That knee injury happened in the preseason opener last year. Sat out the whole year, but really started working. Stayed very active and around this team.
10:44 on the clock.
As the starter here this season.
Second down and 8. Here's the pitch. Jones. Nope, he didn't get anything. 3rd down and 7 coming up. Wow.
In their game against the Bucs last week.
Yeah, he really did, and he's given them a second blitz element. They have a very good blitzing linebacker in Caden Ellis, but we saw the speed.
Yeah, they definitely got owned at the line right there.
The defensive coordinator, who has spent a good bit of time in San Francisco, that whole idea of a former safety converted to a linebacker, he loves. It just gives them so many options with blitz possibilities.
3rd down and 7. Wide receiver in motion, looking to throw. McCarthy steps up. He's going to run. He dives to the first down. Did he get it?
Let's see where the mark comes. We're close to that first down. Right around the 37-yard line.
4th down and inches. Are they going to go? Do they have the brass tacks to do it?
The knee may have hit just prior.
There looks like they're going to line up to go. They need 6 inches.
Go for it, McCarthy. Trying to surge through and get a push from Jones. See what they're.
I don't think they got it.
Did not feel like the pile was moving past the line of scrimmage. Adrian Hill, the referee, in for a peek. Where it's marked, it is short. And it is Falcons ball.
Falcons ball. They hold them.
The Vikings 36-yard line.
At the Vikings 36, they're already in field goal position. Wow.
Looked like Caden Ellis got right underneath him and would not let him go. At the end of this play, the snap was bobbled. You will see it was
snap was bobbled. That's why.
He's still trying to move, but because he never got the snap, which happens all the time on
wow.
Because of the fact that center has to get down so low to give you an opportunity. The snap is never the same as it is on a regular down and distance. It's one of the really impressive things about Philadelphia that they do it so well and never mess that up.
Minnesota had the least 4th down attempts and conversions.
1st down and 10. 1st and 10.
Go for it here. Don't get it. Great opportunity for the Falcons at the Vikings 36. After the hot first
round the outside, Robinson again. Inside to the 30.
Nice pickup on 1st down, 6 yards.
I love watching Bijan Robinson bounce these things to the outside. Watch him. He's going to hit up in that hole, and then just the speed to outrun everybody to the edge. So it doesn't look like much. It looks like, okay, but it was going to be no gain. And just the speed alone allowed him to come up and pick up good yardage there of about 6 yards.
Number 8 overall pick in that 2020.
2nd down and 4. 2nd and 4.
In the league in rushing yards last year.
Play action, about to get hit. Robinson, they say he caught it down inside the 20. I need to take a look at that.
Offensive lineman asking if it touched the ground. No, on a first down.
So look at all the bodies over here. Why are they doing that? They want a one-on-one right here with their best player, Jonathan Bernard, and he almost got there. It was a good thing that Penix, in fact, wasn't.
Oh, that bounced. Yeah, they got it right. After replay assistance, that's incomplete.
Right at 20, when Adrian Hill opened his mic, they try to get the replay assist in those within that 20-second window. If it's clear and obvious.
8:06 remaining in the first.
That's a good job by the replay booth of being on top of it.
It's a really good addition to the National Football League. I know it's
3rd down and 3.
Pressure and technology.
3rd down and 3.
But man, it just makes the game so much cleaner.
Ball mark in the right spot here.
He hasn't targeted any receivers, really.
The down box is saying 4th down right now. It should be 3rd down.
3rd down and 3. 3rd down and 3.
After the Robinson run into Murphy. And that's the sorting that's happening right now. Raheem Morris is making sure. And it's in the right spot. They're going to get the game clock right as well.
We saw Michael Penix pick up some big first downs and touchdowns.
3rd down and 3.
Something we didn't always see in the past. It was a little surprise in this Vikings defense.
Shotgun formation, single back to the left of Penix.
To run this play, clock is properly set at 8:34, and it's 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3, they're showing pressure. Here they come. Caught.
Inside for the first down to the 15-yard line. To his tight end, getting Kyle Pitts going.
Kyle Pitts on the catch.
First game in a quarter, they are.
Against Joshua Metellus on the outside, the safety coming down. But I tell you, if this Kyle Pitts can turn into what everybody thought he was going to be when he got drafted, he had 7 catches for 59 yards a week ago. He and Drake London, really the majority of that passing offense. But he has just added a layer of patience. He's becoming more of a pro. He picked up his 5th-year option this year. And I think the relationship he has with Penix playing a lot of golf has helped them throw it back.
Over the red zone of the 15.
Look at the throw underneath, caught. Robinson down to the 10.
As a receiver last week against the Buccaneers, and we'll see that theme continue here tonight.
We saw him on the 3rd play of the game last time and go for about 50 yards with a little swing pass. And he really is the weapon out there. He's not just a runner, but when you can line him up on a linebacker or a safety as they did in that case right there, it's almost unfair to expect them to stop a pass completion.
He's still good down in this area. 24 touchdowns.
Shotgun formation, single back set.
Career. Pressure coming. Penix
throws and dropped. Looking for Robinson, incomplete. 3rd down and 5 coming. 3rd and 5.
That's a little bit of the Christian McCaffrey treatment, right?
David Baco, welcome in.
A little bit of space and get the one-on-one out there. Let's see if they come back to it.
Hard. You have to look just to get a play call that's heard by everyone.
6:58 on the game clock. 3rd and 5.
All the noise here.
And then you get so many gimmicky things at the line of scrimmage with the Vikings, you don't have enough time to change.
Look at the throw.
Escaping. Keeping his head up, and he fires towards the end zone, incomplete. Darnell Mooney.
It was looking for Mooney. Incomplete.
On 4th down.
They're going to have to kick a field goal here. Yeah, it wasn't. It was a easier game, Walt. Welcome into Mouse Talk, everybody.
But that was the correct call. The ball has to be.
Oh, excuse me.
The outside edge of the goalpost.
The entire.
They needed to play well today after failing in Buffalo. giving away the game. Kick is up and good.
Practice this week for the Falcons.
6-0 here in the first. 6:48 remaining.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check if I unlatched Bevo's gate.
We'll see how they can do on this drive. They couldn't get 2 inches for a first down. That's kind of tough.
Checking Allstate first was really smart. Not checking Bevo's gate, though, not smart. At least I checked Allstate first and saved.
Yeah, I was watching that game. I thought they were going to win that game pretty easily. It was a closer first half than I thought it would be.
Or if you're big hungry, make it a foot long for only $3 more. Huh, big hungry.
Badger Backer says, good hold by the Vikings.
Find your fresh. The all-new $6.99 meal of the day at Subway.
Okay, Brian, craziest touchdown ever.
Tennessee Titans. Music City Miracle.
I just snags it, starts running like he's...
Wow, the Music City Miracle was in 2000, 25 years ago. What the heck?
Where's Shaq? Is Shaq available?
Really?
Yeah, because he's not going to say it's everything. Or if he did say it, he'll go...
New customers bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Plus, over $200 off NFL Sunday ticket from YouTube TV. The crown is yours.
1, 2, 3 into the.
Let's go. Well, let me just do a little now for you. Oh, did he come on my team? All right, Mrs. Doubtfire. Why did I sign up to do the show with this guy?
September 22nd.
The Voice. Never watched The Voice.
Welcome back to Football Night in America. Let's go to our new special tech coordinator.
You mean special teams?
Nah, special tech, Chris. I got the team all prepped and ready to go. We got recovery tech, slushies.
Wait, is that a switch too?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's really into the game. Don't worry. I'll take you guys up, too.
You know I'm borrowing that, right?
No. This is my new vibe.
Glad you finally found one.
Guess what?
Kicking off here.
The return of Law and Order Thursday. Squads are in action and justice will be sweet. Law and Order Thursday premieres September 25th on NBC and Kickoff.
Yeah, that was that was a rough game. I don't know what their challenges are. They're just a mess, I guess.
Chris, it's been interesting watching the kickoffs and hearing people talk about.
That's all they won in overtime.
A very significant play now with the rules adjustment.
Edward, welcome in. Neil, welcome in.
Turning games around. One good thing, I think it took a little pressure off those kickers to.
Here comes the kickoff.
The end zone mess up their regular kicking motion.
Oh, interesting point. Miles Price going over to get it.
Taking it to 10. After the 15, 20. 24-yard line, starting right about there. Nope. Tegan, I do over 100 games a year. I do every primetime game there is. I'm doing both games tomorrow night. Holding, going to return it, take it back, Minnesota. What team is your team, Deegan?
And here is the Atlanta defense.
Leonard Floyd, East Bend, Georgia. David Onyemata, Lagos, Nigeria. Brandon Dorless, Oregon.
Arnold Piketty, Belfry down south.
Caden Ellis, Idaho.
Devon Diablo, Virginia Tech.
AJ Terrell, Clemson. Billy Bowman Jr.,
Oklahoma.
Jesse Bates III, Wake Forest.
Xavier Watts, Notre Dame.
Mike Hughes, UCF.
The 31.
Here we go. Under center, single back set.
They're very excited about Watts, the third rounder out of Notre Dame. Meets up the safety tandem with Bates.
Handoff, switch to the outside. Out past the 20 to the 21. Packers, nice. I'm doing them a couple times this year. They look really good.
Coming out here early in the game, but a week ago was Jordan Mason, who really exploded on the scene.
Jones is limping a little bit here.
Gave him a big power back in the backfield. Aaron Jones caught the touchdown pass. There's Jordan Mason right there, but he caught the touchdown pass. So a little bit of a dual threat now, but once again, they start with Aaron, who had a fantastic year last year.
Handoff straight up the middle. Bounces it out to the left. It gets about a yard.
It's a gain of just a yard. Huh?
Third down.
Penn State second-round pick in 2022 for Atlanta.
Here's Jordan Mason coming in the ball game there. You're going to see these 5-man lines coming up here. They've been dropping the linebacker, Caden Ellis, down on the end of the line of scrimmage. And I think they're trying to make sure they don't get that running game jump started here. But now the power back in there.
Shotgun, 3rd and 2.
5'11", 230.
Calling out the plays. Trips to the right. He's going down. Sack.
As the Falcons get to him, bringing the extra man.
Minnesota's going to have to punt.
James Pierce Jr., one of the 2 first-round picks that they got to rush the passer, gets there for his first full set.
Take a look at Pierce here. Boy, this would really make a difference for this football team. They have been looking for somebody to step up. Jeff Ulbrich said, all our guys are pretty good. We just need that bell cow. We need somebody who's going to be a lead rusher. Boy, would they love it be James Pierce.
Here comes the punt.
All right. 4th year at Tulane. It's the punter for the Vikings. Sales wants beauty. D. Alford's going to fair catch a 60-yard.
Fair catch, a 60-yard punt. Wow, he blasted that.
Good one from right to flip the field. Rough start for the Vikings on offense.
All right, welcome in, everybody. Glad you're here today.
Even when U.S.
Hanging out with us.
forward Mallory Swanson isn't.
Let's take care of some business while we're sitting here. Why not?
Rob and Melanie Striffler by Dream Vacations is an authorized Disney vacation planner. Our travel agency's knowledge of Disney products has earned us the distinction of being named an authorized Disney vacation planner. We were given this special designation by Disney as a result of our agency's ongoing focus and commitment to planning customized, magical trips to Disney parks, Disney Cruise Line, and other Disney vacation destinations worldwide.
Hello everyone, it's Chris with Park Hopper Choppers. If you're headed down to Central Florida and you need a mobility scooter, give us a call, 407-989-9618. We can bring it right to your resort, right to the park, or right to your Airbnb, no problem. We were voted best mobility scooter rental in Central Florida by my mom. Give us a call.
He does know he's in public.
Park Hopper Choppers, great people. Rob and Melanie, great people.
So they just hang out here naked? Yeah. Believe it or not, she's made progress. Really? They don't have changing rooms here? Nope, they do.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
Why is he eating his lunch in here? You're asking the right questions.
The international games are back on NFL Network. And here, our stars come out in a moment.
I think next Sunday they start some of the early games, London, right? Is that next Sunday? September 28th, 2 weeks.
How many of you have written for a paper before? I've tweeted. You've tweeted?
I'm in a group text.
Terrific. I hope it's not too disruptive to have me sort of shake everything up.
No, don't be so self-defecating.
Tonight's 4K Skycam coverage is brought to you
4K Skycam.
Plus. Quiet fans at the moment, but they're going to get loud in a moment, Melissa, when the Falcons get the ball on offense.
It sure is, and the Falcons knew it would be loud here. Left tackle Jake Matthews telling me they pumped in crowd noise all week at practice, and Michael Penix, you can see him there. When he came off the field after their first drive, he threw his hands in the air and immediately said, I just couldn't hear anything, to his coaches. Over on the Vikings sidelines, the players and coaches pointing.
First down and 10.
That's all them.
That's typical of this place. It's like a library or a church when the Vikings have the ball. Super quiet. It does a 180 when the Vikes are on D.
Play action, look at the throw.
Good time, protected well.
Underneath, goes to his running back. Short gain. Flag on the play.
And then catches a couple of yards. Quarterback was in the pocket, so perhaps illegal contact.
Before the
Well, hold on.
Before the pass, illegal contact, defense.
Legal contact, 5 yards.
It's on Byron Murphy, who made his first Pro Bowl with a bunch of picks last year.
And Mike, so far in this game, it looks a lot like it did last week for the Falcons on offense. They've run 12 plays now, and 8 of them to Bijan, and that one to Tyler Algier, the other one.
Man, the bots are ridiculous.
Trying to keep it under control. They don't want this tremendous pass rush of the Vikings to get going and all the exotics that they know Brian Flores can throw in.
First down and 10. First and 10.
One of those edge guys. That is running mate Andrew Van Ginkel tonight.
Handoff up the middle, short gain.
Hammers it inside to the 38-yard line. A good 5-yard pickup on first down for Atlanta.
And it really is a different looking Vikings defense right now. You mentioned a couple of these guys, Javon Hargrave.
There's 2 games tomorrow night.
The only sacks, Jonathan Allen came over from Washington. Probably the pressure tonight on number 15.
Tampa and Houston and Raiders and the Chargers. I think everybody's putting that in there right now.
On this defense, he plays off the ball. He drops in coverage. He had 11.5 sacks last year. A lot of different roles for him.
He had a couple of pick sixes. He's everywhere. The long hair, the whole deal. Second and 5.
Second and 5, another handoff, first down.
Forward for first down, 4th year out of BYU. And Chris, that combo of Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier, that old line is going, makes Atlanta very tough to stop.
Yeah, and just like Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason on the other side, right? They have the flashy back, and then they have the hammer that comes in right after it and can really just change the pace and create some issues.
He's going to feel here this great atmosphere, home opener off the emotional win Monday night. Physical run game.
First down and 10. First and 10.
And Atlanta's done that in this opening quarter. Down here, and it's hit as he throws. Big arm, good catch.
Kyle Pitts on the catch.
And another Falcon first down.
Another Falcon first down.
This is the Kyle Pitts that we used to watch at the University of Florida. He has really just come on here lately, and I don't know if it was confidence. I don't know if it's just a combination with Penix, but he has looked like a different player so far this year. And man, is that making a difference for this team.
2 minutes in the first. 2 minutes.
There you go.
Oh, that's not a day.
False start. False start.
Not on you, but on the Falcons.
False start, offense, number 8. 5-yard penalty.
See, he heard you and just kept him off.
Yeah, some Florida traditions continue.
But Chris, he was the 4th overall pick. Because they're that high in the draft, and then he had a great rookie season. Oh my gosh, he's going to be everything. It just hasn't been. And now in the last year of the deal here, this is the time to get it out of him.
First down and 15.
It's like to cover somebody 6'6" and 250 coming down the field if you're a cornerback.
That only makes it 1st and 15 with Robinson in as the back.
Play action. Rolls to his left. Down the field he goes. Caught. And fumbled. London fumbled it. Minnesota's got it. Minnesota's got it.
Jackson scooped it up. And the game's first turnover belongs to the home team. They catch it out. Eric Wilson in. It's like last night's fight. Beautiful punch. It lands. 10-8 score the round for the Vikings.
Wow, that's a big play right there. They were driving again.
Hey, thanks. Now listen, son, now that you're getting older, you might be curious about certain things. You're eligible to be a member of
Fumble recovery.
Union because I served in the Army. Our whole family can join and get exclusive savings and discounts.
Cool.
Very cool.
All veterans and their families can join. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Our members are the mission.
It's time for a reset.
McDonald's is putting value back on the menu. Extra value meals are back only at McDonald's.
Oh, these stupid ads.
Could there be something more for me?
Eric says boo. Fumbles Gurr, Ryan says.
Something to chase. Something to melt this face. Las Vegas. It's too much and never enough. All will come too fabulous. It's spectacular. Outrageous. Impossible stuff. It's not penny too fabulous. I think this trip is good for my brain. Stay out tonight. You'll sleep on the plane.
Fans of Green Bay Packers, welcome in.
This is Las Vegas. Welcome to fabulous.
Team Snoop is the team for winners like you. I turn my chair for you because I believe in you. This is the sound of me crushing the other coach's dreams. Let's go win this show.
Oh, boy.
Eric Wilson getting it done on the defensive side. Drake London just made a tremendous catch and run, but it was Eric Wilson who has taken over for Blake Cashman, the quarterback, if you will, of this.
Yep, Ravens won today.
Right on the button with that punch, and he came in the game a week ago and did the exact same thing. I mean, when the quarterback, your defense goes out, and not a person blinked. They said, believe me, Eric Wilson.
Here we go, first down and 10.
He's been big time since.
That's 3 years in Green Bay, forces the turnover.
Play action, look at the throw. Down the field, caught. Jefferson with his first catch.
When all else fails, go to Justin Jefferson, and that's number 500, right?
It is the 500th catch in Justin Jefferson's outstanding.
Wow, correct. That's a reception number 500. Wow.
In year 5. What's on? I can't. Here we go.
Changes the play at the line. Mason gets it, spread out, nothing. Got nothing. Third down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
The tight end going across made McCarthy take a different path there, but he sort of had to go around and barely got this handoff, and by the time he did, there was just nothing left there. So once again, these short yardage situations, Vikings got to be better.
And another slow starting first quarter for Minnesota. This is their 10th play. They only have 16 yards. We'll give it. Mason inside.
Mason inside runs for a first down.
Comes to an end.
End of the first quarter.
They only have 2 field goals to show for. 6-0 Falcons after one on Sunday Night Football. We'll be right back after these messages. Ready, set, forward.
That's pretty cool. All picks have to be in prior to the first game on Sunday, or per the rules. I'm sorry, but if you did not make a pick, you would be eliminated.
Someone once said, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. When Verizon gives you a free phone on any plan, you use AI a lot.
The long, thin tube in the middle.
Yes, boyfriend of the year. We say a lot. We meant a lot.
Gemini, is my houseplant leaning away because it hates me?
Nothing personal. It's leaning away for more sunlight.
Come here. Gemini, any pointers on my downward dog?
We get it. It's a Google Pixel 10 Pro from Verizon.
Oh, appreciate you.
Week 2 concludes with 2 games tomorrow night. Then Week 3 kicks off with Thursday Night Football. Stream games live on your mobile device with NFL Plus.
Tomorrow, Jimmy's in Detroit. With Keegan Michael Key. What up, though? And a Motown lip sync. Plus the Pistons, Pete Cunningham, the Lions, Aiden Hutchinson, and Common performs with the Law. The Tonight Show in Detroit.
All right, here we go. Dave's Dizzy Dreams, welcome in.
Back at US.
You're looking at what I did, Edward. I live in my studio. This is what I do.
Yeah, we just got to keep on having a little bit better execution. They're coming off the ball right now on defense. We got to get a hat on a hat in the run game, and then the plays will come from there. JJ's running the show. We got to stack some plays and go score a touchdown right here.
Just got the turnover on defense. What more do you want to see from those guys?
Yeah, I think they're going to be a team that...
Yeah, I hope that doesn't become common.
We got to solidify some things there as well. They're moving it pretty well. It's early in the game. Everybody's just got to settle down, capitalize on this.
Minnesota's coach trying to get them calmed down.
40-year-old Kevin O'Connell won the Coach of the Year last year, been to the playoffs 2 of his first 3 seasons, leading the Vikings. Minnesota's first down.
First down and 10, play action underneath. Couple yards right there, not much.
Billy Bowman, another one of the rookies that Atlanta's asking to change this defense.
Second down.
We talk so much about James Pierce and Jalen.
Got to try going down the field a little bit.
Picks on the edge. But it has been Xavier
right now, currently, haven't done that at all yet.
Bowman, the slot defender out there that have made more plays than anybody. Watts really had a chance for 3 interceptions in the game last week. They are very high on him, both of them.
Play action, rolls, going to throw. McCarthy trying to run, get something. He didn't get much.
Atlanta did a good job downfield. Chris, it was the struggle in the start of the game at Soldier Field where the Vikings had just 19 first quarter yards, 23 here tonight. This is the second game, but what happened Monday night? They didn't panic, and that includes the rookie quarterback.
It does, but he's going to get different looks every single time. He has gotten a lot tonight. And if they're going to be that exotic with their looks up front and their 5-man fronts that they...
Third down and 6.
At some point, he's one-on-one, and you got to take advantage.
Murphy looking that way.
Caught. First down, Minnesota at the 42.
It's a Falcons territory at the 42-yard line for Jalen Naylor.
Jalen Naylor on the catch.
It looks by Divine Diablo right up the middle, and so you did, in fact, get the one-on-one. Not on Justin Jefferson, but on your other receiver, Jalen Naylor. And remember, Jordan Addison has been suspended for 3 games. Typically, he would be the guy that could take pressure off of Justin Jefferson, but in this case, it's Naylor. He did it last week. He did it again there.
Under center, single back set behind him. Handoff straight up the middle. Mason, gain of about 5. Gain of about 5.
Already here, you've got Caden Ellis out here on the end of the line of scrimmage. They've dropped him down in a 5-man look to try and make it a little tougher.
Still got a lot of men up on the line.
And then they show you a 6-man look, and
5 and 6 men look with guys flying everywhere.
That they were trying to throw, and that led to the sack there.
2nd and 4. Play action, movement up front. I don't think they haven't said anything, Deegan, yet. False start there. False start. They haven't said anything official yet.
Like here in a 300-pound defensive line kick.
You go. Yeah. Let's go back here again.
As far as I know, Jones is still okay.
I'm telling you, it's the greatest room. We used to go hang out in the back of the defensive line room. They're the funniest human beings on earth. I'm telling you, it's like that all the time.
Brandon Gorliss, 295 pounds of a chuckle. Makes it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9, handoff up the middle. Mason, nice run. Almost to a first down. That was a beautiful run.
To the first down, needing to get to the 31, maybe just a touchdown.
And those are some of the plays that were really working for them a week ago. They started pulling these offensive linemen, but it was his finishes that really made the difference. The difference between getting hit and that being a 4-yard gain. Instead, now you're down in 3rd and 1. Just
3rd and 1.
that power element to this offense is something we just haven't seen for a little while.
Give a couple of those yards to the rookie, Donovan Jackson. Yeah, just grabbed him and pulled him for a couple more.
Man in motion, handoff. Mason, first down. Close to the 30, first down, Minnesota.
First down! They had to pay salary cap wise in San Francisco. They couldn't keep him, and now he's here with the Vikings.
Yeah, this is.
There's Jones back in.
Offense. And they really, they've got the big player, obviously, with Jefferson, and you just get the feeling at some point here they're winding him up. At some point they're going to see somebody they like on Jefferson, but they've been staying in that 2-deep safety look, trying to avoid that possibility.
Both backs in there, Mason and Jones.
Play action, about to get killed. He's going down. Wow, they came quick.
Wherever he goes, he gets 8 or more sacks in the last few years. He's got one here.
It's that
2nd down and long, 2nd and 18.
Bugging this offensive line, and what that does is it creates one-on-one for their best pass rusher. But you can see across the board that 5-man front is creating one-on-ones for the better pass rushers at the Falcons.
2nd and 18.
Already in the first half for Atlanta.
Go to throw. Cross the middle. Drop. Looking for Hawkinson, not there.
You watch the Falcons and he stays healthy, you're going to see number 0 a lot this year.
That's exactly what Jeff Ulbrich was talking about. That former safety body that has grown into a linebacker body that still has the moves and the athleticism of a safety. And I'll go back. That's Fred Warner. That's exactly the style that they played in San Francisco. And they are so excited that they have one of those here with Atlanta.
Diablo is with the Raiders to start his career. 3rd and 18.
3rd and 18. Looking to throw. McCarthy down the field. Caught. First down inside the 20. And then knocked out. They're saying it's a catch. Adam Thielen.
Take a look. He's down. Did it move a little once it hit the ground?
Look at that. Vikings are on the ball.
First down and 10.
Subs happening, so they held it for a second. Falcons not challenging for the moment.
Shotgun, go to throw. McCarthy, end zone. Caught at the 2. Naylor at the 2, almost the 1.
McCarthy to field, and then Naylor. And it's 1st and goal for the Vikings.
1st and goal, Minnesota.
It's been Naylor so far running these one-on-one routes against A.J. Terrell, the best for the Falcons. And we were doing some quick counting there.
It's Naylor.
10 out there. They did indeed. That makes it easier.
Sure does. McCarthy getting into a rhythm on this drive.
1st and goal, single back. Mason in the backfield. Fakes the pitch, lost the football, got it back. Throws, end zone, incomplete. Got lucky to get it back.
I don't even know what that was. I couldn't tell if he was trying to pitch the thing out to Mason or not at the end of this thing. It was going to fake that flip, and he was going to turn around and throw a pass. He was like me with that pin in Baltimore. I accidentally slipped it in the guy's hair right in the front row. Didn't mean to do it, but I don't think he did either.
2nd down and goal. 2nd and goal.
I remember that. We've been talking about that pretty much every week the last 3 years. It's really a lot of hair. 2nd and goal. And the whistle here. And delay a game.
Delay a game.
And Kevin O'Connell not happy.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Vikings had some trouble with timing of getting out of the huddle. We're in the middle part of the game in Chicago on Monday night. And we're unhappy there as the substitutions are going on and McCarthy was being held from taking the snap. And that's why it was delayed game.
And those play calls aren't easy. They're all around 15 words, and we've had plenty of conversations with McCarthy about calling those plays.
From the 7-yard line.
McCarthy about to get hit and goes down. They got sacked. 3rd and goal coming up.
Georgia with the sack. So both first-round picks, Pierce and Walker, have sacks in this first half.
And the problem remains the same here. Until Christian Darrisaw comes back, Justin School is going to have to get help. And they understood that they had to help him more in this game than they did last time. They rolled the dice on that one and paid the price.
That is the Butkus Award winner. A terrific career in Athens. The left tackle who's missing, Christian Darrisaw. They're on the sideline watching. 3rd and goal. McCarthy escaping and will be
3rd and goal and stopped.
So this draft instant impact. And James Pearson's one of the two there for the Falcons, along with forcing the field goal.
And that's really what they're trying to do here, Mike. They are playing about 9 guys on that defensive line, keeping everybody fresh. They didn't get those sacks a week ago, and they are coming in troves here so far. And one of the hard parts about playing with a young quarterback is it takes a little while to learn all that. Those guys, you have 2.5 seconds, period. That's it. Throw it.
33 yards for Will Ricker, who knocks it 3.
Field goal is good.
The all-new Acura ADX. Crafted to match your energy. Take your vibes.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on a new vehicle.
We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Let's just get one of everything.
Buy everything. 3% cash back on chicken.
3% cash back on desserts.
Sorry, Chef.
What's in your wallet?
All customers get a profit boost every NFL game day. FanDuel, play your game.
6-3 game right here.
This is the farmer's dog turkey. Apparently, this is also turkey. But only one actually looks like turkey. Since only one is gently cooked without the ultra processing. And only one is human grade. Because good ingredients matter. But the best recipes call for so much more. Get 50% off your first box, available only at thefarmersdog.com.
With NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, you get every game, every
I got to mute for a sec. Intentional
Welcome to the clubhouse.
Thank you, Dagan. Intercepted by Atlanta. And it's being run back all the way inside the 10. Wow. All right, we're back in. Thank you, Bob, Dagan Bobby.
Felt live like it bounced. And it did.
Up after review, it's an incompletion. Minnesota will be punting.
Good news is it's an incompletion. Bad news for the Vikings. It is 3 and out. They'll have to punt it away.
Kevin O'Connell's never been so happy to punt in his whole life, though. I mean, it is becoming a problem. And Mike, even when they're not blitzing, they are faking blitzes all the time. And I think in a young quarterback's mind, that becomes an issue too. The other part of this is neither one of these.
Quilek, hello. Pedro's Luciaro. That's pretty cool. Like that. Welcome in.
And it just takes time to get there.
All right, Minnesota to punt here.
This is start number 5.
God, if you played the under, you're going crazy right now.
The feeling some kick return or interception return, something is going to end up winning this game.
Kick it away. Inside on this, forcing the fair catch.
Fair catch at the 20.
The kick is 50, no return. So McCarthy, sitting next to Carson Wentz, his backup will go over what he saw. And it'll be Michael Penix Jr.'s turn now for the Falcons.
Well, they started off hot with Bijan Robinson, 1-2 right off the bat, a couple of big runs, and then the Vikings started to respond with pressure of their own, I think almost to stop the run as much as
14:04 in the third.
Those big guys up front really making a difference. Jonathan Allen, Javon Hargrave, Jalen Redwood. Completely different D-line right now for the Vikings.
21, here is Bijan.
Bijan Robinson, short run. Man, he's still going. 9-yard grumble right there.
To the 30-yard line. Balance by Bijan Robinson.
And anytime you see these guys blitzing from the backside, and that time it was Pace, and he just thought the play was over. You can see he was standing up, getting ready to go back to the huddle.
Robinson had a very good first quarter, and most yards he's had in the first quarter out of the gate, and he's rushed for 81 yards thus far tonight.
Handoff, short tackle, first down. He got it. Bijan got it again. I wish I'd have drafted him.
A lot, right? Because he's done all these things. 100-yard scrimmage games, add another one to it. You wouldn't think that he has more than Saquon Barkley and King Henry, but he does now with 20.
But when you hear Saquon Barkley talking about Bijan Robinson, you understand that he understands who Bijan is.
And a flag. Killing this play with a false start.
False start. Going to restart it again.
False start. Offense. Number 71.
You mentioned Barkley. Here's what Saquon said.
I think Bijan's the next great one. There's nobody who's able to cut like Bijan in the NFL. Trust me, I love myself, and I think I have great cuts, and there's nobody, the way he's able to, his vision, his agility, and he can catch the ball too. So it's going to get scary for a lot of people as they continue to figure it out.
There's high praise, and then there's the
right coming from him with what he did last year.
Penalty makes it 1st and 15. Out quick.
1st and 15, trying to throw quick. Incomplete. 2nd and 15 from the 27.
Create some big plays down the field, and we have been talking about it for a while, but these defensive players talk about it. One guy very, very rarely gets him on the
Stacky, hello. Appreciate you coming in.
Just that complete package of one of the better receiving backs in the league.
Second down and 15. Second and 15 from the 27. Quick out shuttle. Bijan Robinson. He's going to get about a bunch of it back. 13 of it back, probably. 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5.
These two guys had no idea where the ball was. Watch them. They're going to run right by Bijan. They're blitzing. They're overpowering the center. They're doing it. All of a sudden, Bijan's running the other way.
3rd down. Penix throws, caught.
For the first down.
Darnell Mooney. How big was that pass? 12 yards. I need one of 20. 20 yards for Mooney. That would be great.
That you will see. I mean, he has the ability to, as soon as he sees that that thing is gone, and that ability gives you as a receiver that extra tick of a second to be open and to accept the football. It is, I think Penix is extremely talented.
Handoff, short run, nothing. Ball was loose, so he got it back. They almost pulled it out.
Out of Oklahoma, he was undrafted, and as these big-name veterans like Javon Hargrave and Jonathan Allen have come around the Vikings, they think, hey, wait a minute, 61 Redmond is really good.
Yeah, we were talking with Jonathan Allen, and he's the one that brought up his name, and he's actually out there playing that 3 technique, but you could see the explosive nature of it. And when you have guys like Javon Hargrave and Jonathan Allen in their resume talking about Jalen Redmond, you know they found one.
2nd down and 11. 2nd and 11.
Yep.
A heck of a play by Redmond. 2nd and 11.
Underneath, caught. Gain of 9 to Mooney.
Mooney missed week 1 with a shoulder injury. Former Bear who had a very good season as the 2nd leading pass catcher in all the key categories last year for Atlanta.
Yeah, Mooney is an explosive guy. 21 catches, over 20 yards. That tied for 2nd in the National Football League. So desperately needed to try and open up some of those other guys.
Single back set, under center.
Algier, the running back, 3rd and couple.
Handoff, short run, and a 1st down. Moving the ball again.
Charlie Warner is right here, and he is the old Moose Johnston kind of guy. Algier is just going to follow him. Wherever he goes, that's where I'm going. Because you know he's going to take out somebody. He is the lead blocker. He is the fullback. He is the intimidating factor coming out of the
1st down and 10.
when he's that lead blocker.
Handoff off the middle, big run. Robinson again. Down to the 22. They're in field goal range.
Over 100 yards rushing tonight.
So here, once again, you're going to see Charlie Warner come right through. These guys are getting upfield so fast that if they don't clog it up on the initial contact with the blitz there by Pace, there are gaps. It's like, you know, in short yardage, Mike, sometimes they break off one for about 70 yards. Same thing. The Vikings are being so aggressive.
1st down and 10.
They are taking advantage of it.
Handoff. Robinson gets 2, maybe 3.
So you keep hearing say Bijan Robinson, right? So that was his name the first couple of years, and then there was a story, an interview that it's Bijan. And that's the way his mom and his grandma like it pronounced. So then we get on our call with him this week, said, hey, man, just tell us about the whole Bijan thing. I said, well, actually, I really don't like being called Bijan. I want to be Bijan. So we said, you sure? There are like 20 million people watching. It's like, yeah, it's back to Bijan. So it is.
And we said, well, you explain as a mom.
Shotgun, pressure coming. Penix runs, throws on a run.
He fires to the sideline and finds Bijan. It's his
Finds Robinson again.
And over until you get it right.
Bijan Robinson, University of Texas. One more time, just do Texas. Okay. Bijan Robinson, Texas.
Bijan Robinson, Texas. Okay. That's our little behind the scenes of our Sunday Night Football lineups. You heard it from his mouth to ours. Bijan.
But when it has been 3rd and short, it's Algier.
3rd down and 2. 3rd and 2. Play action, nothing. They held him. Field goal opportunity coming up. Unless they go for it.
Another field goal attempt, and again, in the red zone, the Vikings defense steps up.
It has been exactly that, Mike. It has just been the inability of the Falcons to score touchdowns instead of these field goals. And they really have not gotten that close. We haven't seen one really well-orchestrated play in the red zone, really, from either one of these teams.
Parker Romo lost the kick.
Field goal is good. Rookie kicker.
33-yard field goal.
12-6 game here.
It was 6-point lead over the Vikings.
Minnesota's got to find a way to move the ball.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado and the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. With the off-road ready Trail Boss family, dependability comes standard. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Ever since we told Jason Kelsey about NFL...
All right, timeout here.
He hasn't stopped cheering.
How many catches? I need to find out how many catches. What's his face has? Let me see. All right. Mooney has 2 receptions, total of 20 yards. I need Mooney to get 2 more. That's important. I need Mooney to get 2 more receptions.
I checked Allstate first, saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check to see if anyone was watching before I stole cotton candy from the child. Checking Allstate first was really smart.
Sandokan, hello. Field goal fest. Yeah, pretty much. Haven't seen a touchdown yet.
Saved hundreds. Was it worth it? Yeah.
Anything for Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL. Terrific matchup here in Big Ten Country next Saturday night. It'll be Illinois and Indiana. Number 9, number 19. 7 Eastern on NBC and Kickoff. So high school action, Friday night action. Eden Prairie beating Edina 40-19. The Eden Prairie head coach, Mike Grant, son of Bud Grant. The head coach there for quite some time. The Gophers welcome us to Minneapolis.
Here's the kick.
The Vikings who played there for a couple of seasons.
That's a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, out to the 30. They're going to start at the 31.
So J.J. McCarthy will take over. This is the last day.
J.J. McCarthy needs to find it.
Back in his hometown, the win in Chicago on Monday, and then Thursday, son of Rome, born a 3-day-old who is now, as J.J. went from the facility, missed practice Thursday, was back on Friday. This is Rome, Micah McCarthy.
Wow.
Tonight, his very first game, day 3 of his life.
Let's go, Dad.
It's hard to imagine all of it in 1 week for a 22-year-old as McCarthy steps into this job.
Handoff, off tackle, Mason. Gain of 2 or 3. They got to move the ball up and down the field.
You know, that really was what jump-started the Vikings a week ago against Chicago. It was Jordan Mason. They just stuck to the run, and he popped a couple of little counter runs with pulling offensive linemen in front of him. But the deeper you go down the depth chart, the offensive line, the harder that gets too. So you're already playing with a backup left tackle, and now you have a backup center in the game.
Second down and 7. Second and 7.
All those adjustments, so the Falcons keep firing.
He shakes the shoulders, looks for an
Goes to his running back. Short run. It's going to be Mason. It's going to be third and about 1. Looking downfield, he had nothing. Somebody's got to get open.
Before the half, scared the heck out of this defense because now they don't have their A-lister at cornerback, and so they're settling for a lot of zones. So a lot of the blitzes that they executed in the first half, they're showing but dropping out so that they can fill up the gaps in the zone defense. They do not want Jefferson one-on-one on anybody.
Handoff straight up the middle. I don't think he got it. They're going to be short.
What Colin will do is fourth and a full yard here as it gets marked on the 40-yard line.
At the 40-yard line.
We have seen time after time Divine Diablo make these kinds of plays, and we talked about athleticism, how it impacts blitzing, how it impacts coverage, but man, it can matter in short yardage too.
They're going, and the play clock's running down here. 10 seconds as they break the huddle.
They got to rush to get to it.
They see the probability. Earlier in this situation, let's see where they mark him here. As Onyemata was on him, but it's the 41-yard line.
First down. He got it. Just barely, he got it.
It was a good job by Michael Juergens to get underneath that nose tackle with that block and got just a little bit of a movement there. Just enough to unsettle Cal London.
And again, Juergens, no snaps on offense last year, second-year player. Really see the most action of his brief NFL career.
Handoff again. They just want to keep running. Well, Mason breaks that one. Gets into the 40, but there's a flag.
Flag's going to bring it back.
It's coming back.
Holding offense, number 73. 10-yard penalty.
10-yard penalty remains first down.
School. Yeah, and it's really was unnecessary. Watch this play unfold. The runner is really going past, and he's going to grab just a little bit, but there is no way he was going to catch up to Jordan Mason.
School, you saw getting up slow a couple of plays ago, now goes into the medical tent. So the Vikings are using 2 backed up linemen here behind their quarterback or in front of the quarterback making his second start.
Play action. Throws it underneath, dropped. That was horrible.
Third down. Second down. Second and 20.
This is a far cry from 41-40, which we saw last Sunday night.
Well, he took that out. He and Aaron Jones was contact. Knocked the ball loose for a second. Just not smooth right now.
McCarthy takes off running. Third down and short coming up now. 3rd and 4 after a big McCarthy run.
I hear Aaron Jones in the backfield is going to help be a lead blocker on this one. Out in front, come on, let's go. And just knockout punch there down the field.
Got D also pretty good. So officially 16 on the run. It's 3rd and 4. That's movement on the right tackle, Brian O'Neill.
What do we got? False start? False start, Minnesota. 3rd down and 9 now. 3rd and 9.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean it was O'Neill, because a lot of other people were moving too. Sometimes the centers miss snap counts too. I mean, the execution to have gotten that down with a chance to convert and make that mistake. Now you open up the playbook. Now if they want to bring pressure, they certainly can. And here they come. Looks like they're bringing it off the slot as well.
Got time.
It is ruled incomplete.
Ruled incomplete. They're going to have to punt.
So fourth down, the Vikings will punt it away with 1:35 left here in the third.
Don't blame anybody else there. JJ flat out missed that one. And just one hops it in there. When you had somebody wide open, it looked like he got stepped on or something happened to him at the end of that play as well, talking about J.J. McCarthy.
Here's the punt coming.
It's very similar to the movie last week for the Vikings. As they have struggled to find an offensive rhythm in the first 3 quarters. Ryan Wright kicking it away.
Fair catch called for at the 20, 18-yard line.
Brooks brings it in, shot up the 20. And that is where the Falcons will take over with this field goal fest. Thursday Night Football Prime. It's on.
Who's the Thursday night game? Miami, Buffalo. Ugh. Miami, Buffalo. The way those two are playing, that will not be a very fun game.
With bugs, the struggle is real. That's why you need Zevo traps. Zevo works 24/7 to lure, catch, and kill 99.9% of bugs trapped for effortless protection. Zevo, people friendly, bug deadly.
Visa's fraud protection helps keep your purchases safe from scammers. It's like they're in the strong hands of Christian McCaffrey. Scammers better watch their back.
You scammed your last scam, scammer.
What you gonna do now? No one is more secure than Visa. Pizza!
No sandwiches!
We can settle this with a sibling cage match or Jimmy John's new toasted pizza sandwich.
That's a really... Everybody really want to sell these pizza sandwiches.
Everywhere. Toasted pizza sandwiches at Jimmy John's. Oh, that's good.
Glad you guys are hanging out here with me tonight.
Trucks like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on Silverado 1500 models.
Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Oakland is back, baby. 3B.
And they're pushing the heck out of this.
Your eyes are getting heavy. If you look sleepy, play 30.
Sandoka says, go Buffalo.
Let's take a look at our 4K Skycam brought to you by Walmart Plus, and we are going to take a look at Chris Lindstrom. That dive cut block that he's almost patented. He's so good at it. Good reach block on the outside. Stay on it. Let Bijan run. He is just time after time. Pass protection doesn't matter. One of the very best offensive linemen in the National Football League. He plays right guard for the Falcons, and you can almost ignore his man. Very, very rarely is he involved in a play.
Take job on J.J. McCarthy. Stepped on that incompletion to Jefferson a moment ago.
1st down and 10.
And the offense back out there. Bijan Robinson as the running back.
Robinson hit right away. Minnesota's got to stop Robinson, or else they're not going to stop this team.
Here on the night.
You know, Brian Flores, I asked him a question. When things are going poorly for the offense, does it make you more inclined to take chances? And he goes, Chris, our job is to get the ball back from the offense. I said, You guys roll their eyes when the offense isn't doing well. He goes, no. He goes, I'm on them hard if any of those guys do anything like that.
Oh, he got killed. Big sack by Minnesota. Man, did they need that bad? Loss of 5, 3rd and 14.
Second sack of the night for the Vikings. A big loss for heading to the Falcons.
Here's one guy to pick and the other guy to come get the sack. Great teamwork here by the Minnesota Vikings. They were desperate. They needed to play out of anybody. Offense, defense, special teams, and there you go. Big play, sets them up.
He's 4.
Throws incomplete. Minnesota getting the ball back with 10 seconds on the clock.
And that Brian Flores-led defense does its job.
Well, you can say he may not attack extra, but that's exactly what he's doing right there. Eric Wilson going to come all the way around here, and then you'll see Metellus on the back end in to knock this ball down. So sometimes it's the offense that wakes you up. Sometimes it's the defense, and right now this defense is playing great.
First drive for Atlanta without a first down tonight. Bradley Pinion
10 seconds on the clock. We're going to get a punt in the 3rd. Collected it to 45. Trying to dance around in there. Going to be stopped right around midfield. And that'll be the end of the 3rd.
Take over at our own 47 as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Only points, a Falcons field goal. Only points all night, field goals. 12-6 Atlanta here in Minnesota. Off we go to the 4th. Sunday Night Football continues after these messages.
If you have a small business,
KDY, hello, welcome in. Yeah, they got to get their offense going, though, a little bit.
Until now,
It's concerning. This is like 2 weeks in a row with a similar thing.
Choose exactly what you want. Pay only for what you need. When you're in control of your mobile plan, you can make every dollar count. Right now, get our best price, as low as $25 a line, guaranteed for 3 years. Buy this plan, only from Verizon Business.
Welcome back to Papa John's. For a very limited time, we've got free pizza. Yo, tell them what it is.
Buy any large pizza at regular menu price, get one large one-topping pizza for free.
You know, like free. Yeah, we did do that.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
The Chevy Equinox is more than an SUV. It's your tour guide and your boxing ring. It's your dugout and your safety check. It's your bedtime. Your big time. And your makeout booth, too. It's more than
No.
It's your Equinox. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Even when U.S. soccer star Mallory Swanson isn't on the field, she always makes the perfect play. With a Bank of America customized cash rewards Visa card, she'll earn.
Is Drake London being least productive?
Like online shopping for the first year.
I don't know if it's to his shoulder or they're just not looking to him, you know?
Aren't you gonna watch the game?
No, I've got NFL Plus. It's on. Oh.
Get live, local, and primetime games on mobile with NFL Plus. Keep the NFL in reach.
We have to be able to say we did everything we could.
This is about justice.
It's okay if you don't want to fight, because we are going to fight for you.
All Order Thursday, September 25th on NBC and Peacock. Tonight's FNF sites are provided by Nationwide. Picture of Paisley Park, usually built by Minnesota's own Prince. Now a museum. People from all over the globe love his music, love his beautiful talents over the years. Come to check it out. 4th quarter here in Minnesota by Tarico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark. 12-6. Falcons leading the Vikings. Minnesota's home opener.
All right, here we go. 4th quarter starting.
Minnesota trying to start 2-0. It was this time Monday that J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings were down 17-6 to the Bears.
Hello.
And J.J. had a 3-touchdown.
All right.
Can he bookend the week with another?
Oh, sack.
Stepping like that, falls out and recovered by Divine Diablo. The pressure came from Zach Harrison, twisting McCarthy and forcing the fumble.
Wow. McCarthy just got leveled.
Unbelievable. This pressure is going to come right off the edge, and not one person gets a finger on a defensive edge player. It's just, I don't. This is a team that's well coached. They averaged 27 points a game last year. They went 14-3. Sam Darnold was the quarterback. They make a change, and right now they don't look like they really understand the offense.
Can the two changes up front of the offensive line begin to contribute to that?
Absolutely.
We got a new left tackle, new center in there, and
First down and 10.
Kelly was injured. How much he handles up front, identifying stuff. And Atlanta's done a great job here tonight. The 38, can they turn one of these into a score?
Robinson, gain of 9 yards.
Before galloping into the secondary.
And last week he was up and down the bench. I got you. But right now, we've seen this offense be bad for 6 quarters and good for 1 quarter. And we also now have got to see this Vikings defense step up again. They just had a great series, got the ball back short field, and now they're right back with their backs against the wall. They got to do it again.
Hand off again to Robinson. He's going to get the first down, a couple of yards. I've been back for a little bit, Mike. Hey, Duddy, how you doing?
17 carries, 128 yards on the night.
That's one of those things you do in Madden, right? There's one of those.
Nice run by Robinson.
I've never actually found it, but I do know it exists. But he has all the moves. And when you're talking about, when somebody's like 5'8" and weighs 180 pounds and runs like that, you go, that's impressive. I mean, this guy's 215 pounds.
First down and 10, 13:40 on the clock. Hand off again. Running around the outside, going to get hit. Finally got tracked down there. Second down and 12, lost yards on that one.
Big time play that time by Jonathan Allen to get that initial penetration across the line of scrimmage. And you just have to disrupt. You cannot let him get started where he wants to go. Wants to go outside zone the other way. And Jonathan Allen with that penetration sets his team.
Second down and 12.
These new guys they spent the money on in the offseason. Allen and Hargrave up front. 2 vets.
Swallowed up. Penix goes down. Back at the 40. It's now going to be 3rd and 21.
That is outstanding defense. Not only Redmond, also Levi Drake Rodriguez in there, but that was a meeting of the quarterback. You could see all of them. Jonathan Grenard in there as well. And now they've backed him up.
3rd and 21.
Field goal range.
Field goal from here will be 57 yards. Got to try to get some of it back here.
With a 6-point lead, that is significant.
3rd and 21.
3rd and 21, false start. Or is it a timeout? Timeout.
Before the play.
Timeout before the play.
Before the play clock expired, timeout Atlanta. They're first.
And Chris, for Atlanta, too, it's the same thing. They have not bogged down offensively as much as Minnesota, but they've been in the red zone a good part of this night, and they've let some opportunities. They're keeping the Vikings in the game by not being able to finish.
This defense has just been playing unbelievably. I mean, it really has been. But it is inexperience at the quarterback position. Games in the National Football League are won in short yardage situations. They're won in the red zone. That's the reason the Eagles are world champions. They were great in short yardage situations, and they were great down in the red zone. They have people that could put the ball in the end zone. Right now, these two quarterbacks are trying to figure out how to do that.
And again, McCarthy's 2nd start, Penix 5th start.
3rd down and 21.
21. Penix, quick to his tight end, Kyle Pitts.
Quick out, went to Pitts.
Minimal gain. Going to make the field goal about 55 yards here for the new kicker, Parker Romo.
It's a 55-yard kick here.
You're right back, sort of at midfield-ish, for a chance to go down the field and finally score a touchdown and go win the game. So the difference between a made field goal here and a missed one is significant.
Forward progress marked the ball to 36, not where it was initially being marked. Thus, it's a 54.
54-yarder is good. Wow, he buried it. Why does it seem like these kickers could kick from 90? I mean, it's crazy.
He is 5 for 5 on the night, and the Atlanta Falcons have a 9-point lead.
9-point lead.
Saturday, live on NBC and Kickoff. It's a full day of college football. First up,
Wow.
Wisconsin. Then, Purdue faces Notre Dame in South Bend. Here, and at prime time, Illinois and Indiana on Big Ten Saturday night. Saturday on NBC and Peacock.
Len Stoller's Drive into Fall event has Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4s for just $359 a month. And Chrysler Pacifica Selects are just $449 a month.
Oh, brother.
At Len Stoller Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westminster. When weather turns severe,
It looks like there may be a tornado on the ground.
Baltimore trusts Chief Meteorologist Tom Tasselmeyer and the WBAL TV11 weather team.
You can see all those lightning strikes in there. So very active storm electrically.
Giving you advanced warnings,
So you want to have a safety plan for later today and
keeping you informed and safe.
we've got widespread heavy rainfall passing through the Baltimore.
Be on the lookout for flooding as the storm drifts toward Bel Air.
Fourth quarter, 11:16 remaining.
WBAL TV11 weather.
This river wasn't dammed in a day. The GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward. Get 0% APR plus 3,100 total value on this Sierra 1500 model. Plus, current eligible GMC owners get an additional 3,500 purchase allowance.
The Drive into Fall event at Len
We'll see if Minnesota can get anything going.
4x4s for just
Their total yards is atrocious right now.
all-wheel drives, now just $139 a month at Len Stoller Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westminster.
Have to go in and update all these standings by tomorrow.
TV11 News.
Maybe I'll do that after the game.
21 weeks to the Winter Olympics.
Winter Olympics is coming.
Look forward to February with you from Italy on NBC and Peacock. The curling always a great part of the Winter Games. This is the Shasta Curling Center. Not too far from here. This is curling country. In fact, throwing the stone that you just saw, there was Jeff Isaacson, a former member of famed Team Schuster that helped curling become popular here in the U.S. Kickoff to be brought out from one deep by Mike.
From the 10 to the 15. Hammered at the 20 and dropped at the 19 probably. I think that's where he's going to start.
Woods there. Chris, this defense, this is what the Falcons needed to fix this year and get this straightened out. Just look at the last 5 years, last in the National Football League.
Wow.
30 fewer sacks than any other team, so way last. But a double-digit sack man could come. They wanted to go in the draft, try to find somebody, and they went with a couple of guys out of the SEC, and Walker and Pierce signed Leonard Floyd, who's been 8 sacks a year each of the last 5, and now that defense is showing up.
Handoff off tackle. Mason gets a couple. 6, maybe 7. 2nd and 3.
He was the coach and head coach ultimately with the Jets. And he said, I learned a hard lesson up there. We really didn't have the 4-man rush that could always apply pressure. But I stuck to it because it's what I really believe in. I really believe in sticking to that 4-man rush. Let this play go.
Trying to draw him off.
The hard count.
Handoff. Mason. Dances, he gets 2. I don't know how he did that. He should have got it hit for a loss.
But it didn't work. And I was too hard-headed to change. And I get here, and we don't have that A-lister. We don't have that guy that's going to end up with 15 or 16 sacks. So I have to start doing things that are a little out of my comfort zone. Sending more people, blitzing people, bringing people out of the secondary. And so far, that formula has just looked great out here tonight.
3rd down and 1. 3rd and 1.
They're in the gun here on 3rd and 1.
McCarthy going down the field. Overthrows his man. He had Naylor wide open. All he had to do was lay it right there, and it's there.
This is a dream. This is what you dream about when you play receiver and quarterback. Slot fade. You get all the room in the world. Runs right past Billy Bowman. And as a quarterback, you have to put that ball way up in the air. How many times we talk about Russell Wilson? Throw that moon ball up there so your receiver can find it. The defensive back is desperate. He, at the very least,
they're going to punt again. Wow.
Get a long pass interference penalty. The one thing you cannot do is overthrow it. Underthrow it all day. No problem.
Hayden's restless. Unhappy here. Beautiful kick. Late fair catch signal.
Fair catch by Brooks.
Good hang time.
Welcome in, Sean. Wow. Thank you for being here.
And they've got a 9-point lead.
Looking forward to that show as well. This game could have been a lot better.
Oh, you mean my beautiful new ride? Well, with Progressive.
Falcons' defense has improved. Minnesota's offense has gone down. That's a challenge.
That's not what you call in your auntie's driveway. Some things you can handle, like finding auto insurance coverage that's right for you with Progressive Name Your Price tool.
Wait, what happened to the coupe?
Oh, well, I think it disappeared with his hairline.
Handling what your loved ones say.
Welcome in, SGA. Thank you for joining tonight as well.
Why do it? Why make it harder on yourself?
9:39 left on the clock.
Why put it on the line? With so much at stake. Why would you dare? You could give everything you have and still lose. My question is, what if you don't?
In life and in business, the goalposts often move. But at Accenture, we say...
One more commercial till we get back into live action here.
Because whatever goal you're heading for, together, we'll get there.
When Verizon gives you a free phone on any plan, you use AI a lot.
Gemini, show me the concealer.
The long, thin tube in the middle.
Like, a lot. Get a Google Pixel 10 Pro on us.
Boyfriend of the year.
New York ain't exactly known for its hospitality.
It's an issue, right? With the Ryder Cup on the line, it's going to be loud.
The Ryder Cup from New York, baby. Live on NBC, USA, and Peacock.
Sunday Night Football brought to you by Toyota, the official automotive partner of the NFL. Let's go places.
Your Eagles won. Awesome. They did win. They went to Kansas City and won. Jeff, season is over. Neil's already saying the season's over.
They've been to another one under Arthur Blank's ownership. That second one happening. The hopes that they can get to another one during the time of Michael Penix Jr. is their quarterback. Turned the operation over to him late last year, trying to even their record at 1-1. With a road win here in Minnesota, up 9.5 to go.
Up 9, short run.
Michael Penix, I like a lot. Let's take a look at some of the things he's been able to do in this game. Watch this release. So quick. So what do? We put a clock on it, of course. 0.3 seconds, among the elite to ever play the game. Very rarely is any quarterback ever, no matter how good, under that. but he also gets the ball out of his hand. Quick read, quick delivery, quick release. There is a lot to like about Michael Penix.
2nd down and 8. 2nd and 8.
Play adjustment here. Noise gets louder.
Hand off again. What a burst. A nice run. Robinson's fast.
Big 3rd down here. 8:45 to go.
One thing I really like about Bijan Robinson is watch his acceleration, because he'll go slow when he first gets the ball right. And let me see, it goes right in there so fast and has a little power behind it. And every first down now is just a huge win for the Atlanta Falcons.
Over 35 yards now for
3rd down and 2. Minnesota needs to stop bad. Shotgun throws underneath, caught. Drake London for the catch, 1st down.
In the win, in the loss, I should say, in week 1. It's his 3rd target, but that's a big catch and a 1st down for Atlanta.
So they used London to go out into motion here to create that space right there. Motion goes out. There's a little hole, turn around. You got plenty of room to pick up that 1st down. Well designed, well thrown, good play.
Well, Atlanta runs some more time off this clock. The Vikings needing it twice. Tyler Algier, now the running back. In the play clock, Algier to the right.
We got flags on the play.
Make the tackle.
Holding offense, number 70. 10-yard penalty remains 1st down.
On the veteran, Jake Matthews.
Bernard is just so quick, and he gets into those gaps late like that. And now you got to try to cut him off right there. And he's so fast. There just isn't any way to do it other than to hook your arm. And now here goes Atlanta backwards. So every time we think we're getting a little offense going, it goes in reverse.
It's another 5 minutes, and that clock restarts. 1st and 20.
Quick out, London, complete. 1st down.
Quick release you were just showing. London on the business end of that.
I don't know what happened to Isaiah Rodgers on the end of it. Okay, they're going to make the play, but Rodgers just lets him go. Kind of just pushed him towards the 1st down.
That was kind of weird.
Nicely done, though. Well executed. They had everybody up. They were going to bring the pressure. Penix had an inch.
15 targets. Chris to London in week 1. Just 4 tonight. A couple of big ones. One of each half.
Handoff, short run, Algier.
Down to 6:50 to go. And injury for the Vikings. Gabriel Murphy, linebacker brought up for this game, is down.
We got an injury on the play.
We're always searching for new.
6 minutes, 14 seconds remaining.
Get lost. Find our way. Choose to get lost again. We are the detourists. Toyota trucks. Let's go places.
My kids can't hide anything from me. I'm home. Especially when they've been using toilet paper that doesn't hold up.
Yeah, it's been a slow game with not a lot of offense there, Robert. A lot of field goals. If you got kickers in fantasy in this, you're making a killing.
Football Sunday.
We need a new fridge.
This one has craft ice on demand.
More ice than me?
4 kinds of ice, actually.
Gonna need a bigger bucket. Like this one?
Do you always have 2 bucket chains?
I do.
This your bag, sir?
Walk out that way.
Oh, you the Geico Gecko! I'm a huge fan. I filed a claim for my car with the Geico app. Only took 2 minutes.
Well, I mean, Geico's all about getting more than just savings.
The next time, How about less fluid ounces?
Fair enough. Oh.
You use this much serum?
Well, my skincare routine requires...
Trash. And a pop top? You'll make a mess. Well, I'm taking this.
You took all of them.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Have a nice flight.
Carne asada is back at Chipotle. It's our most tender steak, expertly grilled throughout the day, expertly seasoned with garlic, cumin, and coriander, expertly crafted just for you. Nobody does carne asada like Chipotle. Nobody.
All right, come on back. Oh, no, another commercial.
I think it's clean.
I like the last line. It's like, I...
Injury-filled start to this season for the Minnesota defense, and Gabe Murphy, who is up for this game.
Murphy now is back up, going into the tent.
Played one game last year against the Falcons.
Trying to get things riled up there.
Under his own power. Takes it to the 10th floor look. Well, they've come prepared to try and enjoy the opening night here at U.S. Bank Stadium.
That guy had a Taylor Swift thing on. I don't know what that was.
Minnesota limited to just 2 field goals and 165 yards. Atlanta has it 2nd and 6, right around midfield.
2nd and 6. Handoff, Algier. First down. They're just doing what they want right now.
Such a good block. You called it not only one, but you get the second one, and that's what the great ones do. Charlie Werner was a guy who...
That's tough.
Like 80% of his plays are blocks, and then down the field as well. The one thing that I saw out of Atlanta's offense a week ago was that they were...
5:06 on the clock.
A little bit like the Rams, a little like the 49ers. That whole system is where this all came from, and they're executing those blocks downfield too.
Handoff up the middle. Big run by Algier. Inside to the 20. They're just worn down. They're just running all over them right now. It's hard when your defense is on the field that much.
It's always the first one's great, but then that linebacker comes shooting through there, Eric Wilson, and he was able to peel off at the last second, get him, and that's what popped that play.
Folks saw that run and headed to the exits. Minnesota defense has been terrific in the red zone, keeping Atlanta to the end zone. Must be here.
Short run.
I love when a team has a week where they struggle and say, that's not us, we're going to fix it. And Raheem Morris told us last night, we're going to run the ball effectively as the Vikings take their first time out. And have they ever 31 runs for Atlanta?
4:18 left in the game.
96 yards. Part of the reason they're up 9.
They are just running the ball, running the ball, running the ball.
Are you here for Tracy?
We're here for everyone. Limo and I help people save hundreds by customizing car insurance with Liberty Mutual.
We ordered a limo, not a limo.
Oh, yeah. We do that, too.
The limo?
At your service. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. This Adam is not on WhatsApp.
Liberty.
To someone else's life. This Adam is. This Adam's donation day update got lost among a million group texts. Sorry, Adam. This Adam got the update because his WhatsApp group pinned it.
Appreciate everybody coming in tonight.
Where am I going? I don't know. Where am I?
What is this commercial?
When will I be there? I don't know. When will I get there? I ain't certain. All I know is I am on my way. Where am I going? I don't know. What will I get? I ain't equipped to say.
Toyota trucks. Let's go places.
Week 2 concludes with 2 games tomorrow night. Then Week 3 kicks off.
2 games tomorrow night.
Stream games live on your mobile device with NFL Plus.
We are kicking it in KC for the Premier League Mornings Live Fan Fest on USA and Peacock. Manchester United face Chelsea, then Manchester City visit Arsenal on USA and Peacock.
Next Sunday night, we're in New Jersey.
Next Sunday, Chiefs and the Giants. One of those teams is going to be 0-3.
They lost in overtime to Dallas. Russell Wilson, though, Chris, 450 yards passing. That's the matchup next Sunday night on NBC.
Yeah, the Kansas City Chiefs, time to get it going. But that Giants team really looked good today. I mean, that Russell Wilson's throwing bombs all over the place.
Yeah, you don't usually lose a division game in overtime and feel better about what's going on. But if you're a Giants fan, you have to. That was an entertaining back-and-forth game. And the offense showed some life.
Yeah, and you think
4:18 on the clock, 4:18.
Not so fast, my friend, as someone used to say.
Second.
Oops. Sorry. Think the Giants will be 0-3? Minnesota takes the timeout.
Yeah, old lefties. I've got a little experience with that as well. Boomer Esiason was my quarterback back in the day. I don't know what he's doing with that silly mustache, but here he comes. And he was certainly willing to fire it in there. You're talking about a guy with no fear, but those left-handed throws all rotate opposite what you were used to catching your entire life. And it's funny, I didn't think these gloves these days, they may not even know the difference, but it was always so heavy-handed. Right-hander into your right hand.
All right, here we go.
Heavy-handed into your left hand. If it was a left-handed thrower, all balls, whether they're punted or thrown, have a little fade to them. And maybe that's the reason why, but I'll bet you if I asked one of these guys, they wouldn't even know.
The different rotation of the football.
3rd and 7.
3rd and 7. Robinson going to bounce it.
Robinson dancing all over the place. It's going to be 4th and 1. Wow. Robinson's impressive.
That one may take the cake.
I mean, that is 3. 1, 2, 1 more, 3.
3 jukes right there.
I mean, what did he gain? 6 yards? But, man, that's a lot of work. I like watching him play.
Final timeout taken.
Final timeout taken by Minnesota.
3 yards now for Robinson on the night.
And you're a Raiders fan, yeah.
And you just have to wonder what he's thinking. And we know he's a team player, and, you know, we've heard all the stuff about from Kevin O'Connell about how good his spirit's been, but you just have to wonder if he's getting a little frustrated right now.
I'm sure they all are.
I think so, too.
Up 4th and 1 at Minnesota. Out of timeouts, so Atlanta says, why not? We'll go for it down here. Trying to get the jump. And they did. I believe.
Offsides, they got it.
They got him. Wow, offsides.
Really good play by Jake Matthews, too. As soon as he jumped off sides, he moved.
Neutral zone infraction defense, number 61. 5 yards.
Dart starts by week 5. You're probably right.
Applauded Jason Redmond for his play tonight.
I hear you, Sierra. Welcome in.
Keeps the Falcons going on offense.
Right over here, as soon as Redmond is going to jump across the line of scrimmage just enough, and that was a good job there by Jake Matthews to react. Let the official call it. Even if they called it on Matthews, go ahead and kick the field goal. Just enough.
Lions score. Lions scores. Can't move. They can't move in that situation, and they did so. Atlanta needed one of these bleeding drives. So they
Handoff, off tackle, Algier, down to the 4.
Vikings powerless to stop it.
Vikings can't stop the clock now. They're just running it out.
Maximizing the time off the play clock as well and closing in on their first win of this season.
And I just keep thinking about.
All right, I've got an 11:15 stream. This game is done. It's going to go under the total. Atlanta's obviously going to cover. Frustrations. I'm happy for the Falcons. They played a much better game than last week. Disappointed in Minnesota. They could have played a better game. Their offense is rough. Their defense did really good earlier, but they got tired. Handoff, Algier, touchdown, Atlanta, 21-6. This game is done. Thank you, mods. Thank you, everybody. I got to go get ready for my 11:15 stream. Algier into the end zone. We are done. Talk to you tomorrow night. Doubleheader. Let's hope we get 2 really banging football games tomorrow. I'll talk to everybody then. As far as the football front goes, congrats, Atlanta fans.